It's about to be 5 years, and we are meeting up with everybody at Mellow Mushroom. So Milan's in the shower, and of course, whenever I went to breakfast earlier, I completely forgot to take this with me. And I have to take this to UPS before they close at 6:30. So, I'm on my way. Alright, the time is now 6:24. In order for me to be on time, I have to leave within the next 16 minutes. 16 minutes I have to leave, okay? So, hopefully that can be achieved. But yeah, man, I'm super excited for what's about to go down. Jeez Louise. I feel like I still didn't finish talking about UPS, but whatever. F UPS. I sold it. I got another story about that. My neighborhood is so long. It's literally like 5 miles to the back. I mean, I don't think it is. But honestly, they really need to put like $5 like in everybody's mail like per week. Like $5 a week for the people who live in the back of the neighborhood. That'd be pretty awesome. We didn't choose to live here. I mean, did we? No, we did not. So dumb. Alright. So, I am back. Yeah, I park slow. I don't care. I like to park straight, and I like to make sure that I'm straight. So, alright, well, I'm back home. Hopefully my lawn's ready, bro. She didn't eat her lunch? Did she not eat her lunch? What is this? She didn't eat her lunch. I packed her lunch for her. I packed it. This is what I've been talking about, but it's alright. It's about to go down. Alright, so somehow the thing for my tripod came off. I don't even know when it came off because it was working, but it could have been whenever my phone fell on the iPad and cracked it. I mean, like, how does that even happen? But whatever, I guess, you know. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll see. Lord knows it's trying. It's trying to hold on. Yeah, no, it's parked here.
Yeah, I'm daddy's girl.
Yeah.
Daddy's girl.
Yeah, now my iPad is.
And the first one.
Damn, I have nothing to hold on my. I didn't bring my other iPad.
You were rushing.
Yeah, because we were late. Which way it goes.
Well, you know, sometimes that's what happens when you're late. You can have some stuff, you don't have everything.
We'll find something to prop up the iPad with, and trust me.
We're gonna use that.
Bro, oh look, this is what happened today. No, I'm gonna use the iPad to get different angles. There's gonna be a lot of people.
You really trying to be like professional?
What do you mean a professional?
I can't.
It's not about being a professional.
You are.
I just would like to get this moment. I keep looking at this thing. Man, I feel like my iPad is done died, son. That shit sucks. Oh no. I know, right? Is in shambles, bro.
Nervous. nervous? You shaking?
I'm scared as shit.
Oh, goodness.
It's like it always goes so much better in my head.
It seems like that.
And then it's like, whenever I do it, it's like I really don't mind doing it. I just think it's the simple fact that it's being done, I think. Yeah, man. That's the... no. You can... Yeah, I don't have anything in there. Oh, I do need to put on some Cologne. Yeah, Cologne. It's in... Oh, you found it. Yeah, Bulgari, man. If you don't know about it, try it, man. Yeah, it's amazing.
I put him on.
Yeah, Milan put me on. She put me on.
Thank
I
you.
think.
Shout out to my cousin.
Okay,
Ricky.
yeah. I think that at this point it would be like about the same look. Because now I'm like right here. So it's like this. Hold on, is it right here? Oh my gosh. Well, can we go on the side? We should just go on the side. Hey, alright.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello. Oh my gosh. It's so nice to meet you.
Hi.
How you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to
FXU
meet you.
fan. Oh my gosh, I got this like turned around. Oh man, this is her. This is her. Oh, this is my first like video, so it's like I'm super excited about it.
Well, my daughter's here too. She was actually with us.
Oh my gosh.
Her driving that day.
Oh wow, awesome.
God was definitely there. I'm telling you, like the people that were there were all about God. The highway the lady praying, like yeah, I mean, it was perfect. I mean, like, and honestly, like we were extremely prepared. We knew like he was breathing at that time. I don't know how effective his breathing was. Honestly, that's what most concerned me. But he had a great pulse. And so I just kept monitoring, like, to make sure he had a pulse and trying to stabilize him. Like, he was really fighting the situation.
But
he was so
basically,
distraught
yeah.
for the fact, even once he got into the ambulance, and so that was something they had to really sedate him because he would not calm down. So they said that. That was I think he was just very disoriented because he couldn't tell me who he was. He couldn't talk to us. He of course, had that mouth injury. And so I was just like...
It's like, have you, this
My
is
goal
actually...
was to just try and get you to please hold still. So we were fighting.
Oh, this up here.
Have you ever been involved in an accident?
I'm a nurse, so I've been involved in a lot of crazy situations. I've been to
Never out in the
accidents,
road
but never as
That's what
bad
I mean,
as
like
his.
out on the road, like in public, like seeing it happen and pulling over.
Never as bad as his. I've seen like, a couple where I'm like, just calm down. I did stop with that one lady that
Yeah,
hit
we
her
had
head.
there's a
but-
couple accidents we stopped at where there were minor injuries and stuff like that. So
Yeah, your
Nothing
call
like-
to action is quick. Seriously, where most people don't really know what to do or move, like your call to action is instantaneous. Like, it's amazing.
My life's about saving people, so this
and
happened.
I
I was
she
there.
spent probably a week, maybe longer, just googling his name, trying to figure out
Right.
where
Which
hospital,
one he was.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
he was.
Like, I was just so worried.
Do you know that he was the only motorcycle accident to live that day?
Really? Yeah, it was the craziest thing ever. But I was
The only motorcycle accident to live that day. There was a couple, and he was the only one to survive.
I was just so concerned for his mom.
Definitely got a purpose.
I've seen a lot of situations, and I honestly did not feel like we were going to pull through. And at one point, you were kind of like making this weird breathing noise with the blood. I was just so worried that you were going to choke. So we kept trying to make you turn the side, and I really honestly thought I was contacting your mom, and I hear her say like, he didn't make it. And then when I heard you did make it, I was like, oh my God, like he's a miracle. I was telling my family, like, he's a miracle. Like,
It
he
really
is.
is.
Like, there's a reason why God pulled him through this, because I did not think he would make it.
Yeah, I think because I got to the hospital at 5 because I think the accident happened much earlier. So I got to the hospital at 5. I found out like at 4:30. So my mom and my sister drove me down there, and so I remember distinctly like one of the things that we didn't find out anything about him until 7:30. So I feel like between then, all they were concerned about was stabilizing him. And they weren't trying to tell us anything because they didn't want us to know. If it had it gone bad, had it been good. And so when they finally came out and they're like, hey, this is what's going on. We're about to put him in the surgery for the emergency tracheotomy. And it was like an 8-hour surgery, I think I remember. So they were like, you guys can go home. We were like, we don't want to go. No. We did not want to leave, but we went home. I think I was the first person to come that next day at the hospital. So
She knows firsthand. My daughter, she recently was involved. That she lived in Sarasota for a while with her living boyfriend of like 3 years. He was in a horrible accident like he was, and she got to the hospital because she wasn't his family. They wouldn't tell him. They wouldn't tell her anything.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
they didn't even call nobody. They couldn't call nobody with him. He got in an accident at like 7 in the morning. We didn't even know until almost 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
And I was the one who called her. His mom got an emergency call and told his mom, like, hey, he's in a horrible accident in critical care here in Sarasota. She called me to get a hold of Shay. She didn't have a number. And then, of course, her not being family, although she lived with him for years, she called me hysterical, and she's like, they won't let me see him. They won't let me talk to him. Even tell me he was like there or anything.
Yeah. God bless.
A few days. They're not together anymore, but yeah, it was such a scary situation.
Yeah, it is scary. It's super scary. You're in a coma for 2 weeks.
Well, dude, they probably kept him.
Oh yeah, they kept him. They definitely kept him. Like, I had to keep him in the best possible situation. Comfy.
They don't want you moving around with none of that.
Yeah, super comfy. And I remember the first question.
Miracle. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So happy. There's a reason for you to be here.
Seriously.
I definitely appreciate it.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, this is like the first video I took.
I actually got in a motorcycle accident.
Did you know, like, when you woke up what happened?
You know, my mom, I couldn't talk, and my mom was like, everywhere, and I was like,
That was the first question he asked. He asked me. I was the one who told
But yeah, they just capped it off. It was like my first, like,
Finally talked.
yeah, finally talked. Yeah, I didn't even know that I like took this video. So it was just like, definitely like when I
Take a little video, you know. Get it right.
had a great attitude.
He really does.
You were a fighter. I was like, I know he's a fighter for sure.
I definitely appreciate it. I gave her a shout out and everything. Told my LGT country. I'm so horrible. Definitely have to get like my groundwork like straight. It's definitely
He's
hard.
come a long way though. Like it's been steps, but he's gone through a lot still and pulled through.
I just feel like there's definitely a reason. Like, you know, I don't know what your passion is, but like there's a reason, and your story could probably help so many people.
I've said this. I said
It's
this.
still hard, man.
Oh, I bet.
One of his biggest things, I think, is what is it? That you don't want to tell your story until you feel like you've completed it.
Yeah.
But I always feel like, you can't think of it that way. Like, even in this moment, it still could help somebody. And I think your passion is people.
Yeah, totally. Lance has always had a.
She's been friends with him longer than I have.
Yeah, this is hard. Like, I don't want to talk about it because I'll freak out. I'll start
How long y'all know each other?
I've known Lance since I was in my.
Don't make me cry, Chris.
Here.
Like 6th grade, 5th, 6th grade. He dated my best friend growing up.
So we got really close when they were together. But he was at my house when he left. And it was raining and it was pouring, and I should have kept him at my house, you know. I shouldn't have left. Let you leave. But yeah, so, and I didn't even know, you know, like, it hit me hard because of, what year exactly was your accident? 5 years? Okay, so, like 3 years before that, I had a boyfriend who was living with me and went out one night and never returned home. Turns out he got in an accident, he died, didn't make it. And then it was like, you know what I mean? He was on the way home, literally it happened like a mile. He was like right there. He was about to be home, you know what I mean? And then he left my house and this happened, and I didn't even know till like 7, 8 o'clock that night. Nobody told me. I didn't know. I had been texting him like, did you make it safe? All this stuff, and I didn't know. And I didn't know the extreme of it either. So like when I did hear about it, everyone's like, don't come to the hospital. And I'm trying to like respect everybody's wishes, you know.
This is my wife, Brandon.
Can't blame yourself, babe. I think we all had that moment that day. We blamed ourselves. So yeah, so it was like a lot, you know, and it was just, yeah.
Literally, my heart could not stop, like, until I heard back from somebody with this forever. I
She
was
literally
like,
was on non-stop trying to figure out.
And I'm like, I was trying to come up there, but everyone's like, don't come, you know, don't come because it's bad. I'm like, well, that's gonna make me want to come, you know. And they're all asking me these questions because I'm the last person that's seen him, so they're like, you know, did he have a backpack? Did he have this? Did he have that? And I'm like, I don't know, you know. Like it was just a lot. It was a lot, and I'm so sorry for not keeping you home with me.
You couldn't have done anything, girl. I left. And like I told you, it wasn't me. It was the driver. Because you're like, what? You can't drive? And you're like, that's like the first thing you said. I was like, man, it's something about today, man. I just don't want to drive. She was like, what? You don't know how to drive?
But that was Lance all the time. Anytime he's coming to my house, he's like, I don't want to drive. I'm like, all the time, Lance, like, you never want to drive.
I drive this traffic all day long.
Yeah, and it had just started storming, so I'm like, stay, you don't have to leave, whatever. He's like, no, I got this, and this to do. I'm like, okay.
It was crazy rain while we were out.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't see anything when he was leaving the house. He's like, I'll be fine. I'm like, okay, Lance. Like,
yeah, I put that with the visor. I was like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
Well,
I
this
was
guy
good
had
until
an
the lady.
umbrella big enough to cover most of the south side of the car. And he had everything in that vehicle you could need for an accident.
It was like
That's crazy.
a SUV, like just like.
It was a black SUV, like, and it said highway. I think it said highway angel.
The fact that they even said that to me.
Yeah,
No, the fact that they even said that is like literally
I talked to
kismet.
him afterwards. He literally, or for like a few minutes right before I left, once the ambulance got there, and he literally drives around like for accident things. So
Oh,
he
wow.
has,
He's not part of the road rule.
But yeah, no, that's it. But that is.
When I ran across the street to him, he pulled up right behind me, and he blocked the street.
That is
so
the crazy. You know me, I'm like all in spiritual, and then so the fact that it even said Highway Angel on the car is like. So it was really hard, but here we are.
Walking, living life.
Yeah, what do you guys want to eat? What does everybody want to eat? So it's amazing. Of course, you guys seen Tyler come out too. My dad showed up. He's in town, and my sister showed up. My mom showed up. Everybody's actually. Hey. Oh. Success! Alright. My lips are kind of chapped. Do I have any chapstick? Probably not. So I just woke up and was going to do just a quick run through of the video, I guess, just to figure out, you know, like where it needed to be edited and you know what needed to be shortened, because it was like literally amazing. Like last night was amazing. Like today is the 30th. Today it has been officially 5 years. I was supposed to post the video today. And yeah. So no first half of the video with Miss Jamie. It was literally amazing to finally hear the story of how I was saved, because I don't remember any of it. But to find out that like she got there when it had just happened, you know, like I was in the middle of the street. I think one of the most amazing parts of it, though, was... Oh, Ico Caesar. My dogs just farted. Excuse them. They're so loud. So, the story just of whenever she said, like, out of nowhere, there was, like, a black SUV that pulled up, like, even before the ambulance got there. And she said on the side of it, it said Highway Angel. And, he literally, like, is the one who, like, you always hear about, you know, this mysterious figure. And it's like, I had one, you know. It's like, you know, you never really believe these things. But you always think that it would be amazing, like, man, if there is one of those, like, man, I hope, like, he comes for me, you know, like, I hope he helps me. And, just to find out last night that there was one of those that, you know, helped me. I'm happy. I'm excited for the dinner last night. My dad came. I haven't seen him in like 11 years. He came after my accident, but I was unconscious. My homie Tyler, seeing him there. Courtney, unfortunately, I made her cry. Emmeline, and of course my mom and my sister. I just feel like I'm sitting here and thinking about it, like, man, it's 5 years. Like, today, I woke up just like this, and it's like today I knew that I shouldn't have been riding, and I rode, and my life changed forever, you know. It's, I think, the hardest on today, just because I think every other day I try and run from it. Every other day I try and make it as if it didn't happen. But it's like today, it's like a heavy day. It's like a heavy day where you just feel like your ears are constantly ringing. Where you feel like, you know, like kind of feel enlightened, I guess, you know. But anyways, I just really want to be a positive influence for anybody out there who's going through something, who has went through something. Like, it doesn't stop. Trust me, like, I always felt like I would never be able to tell my story until I was, like, done with it. But I realized that, like, telling it while you're in it kind of helps, you know? Like, kind of makes it not seem that bad, you know? It's like before this, I always felt like I could never tell my story because it would be too much for anyone to hear. And it's like, I finally did. And I feel like now I can hopefully start moving towards life, towards living a productive life, a less anxious life, a more confident life, a more godly life. I mean, you put me here for a reason, you know. I just have to do it. I just have to do it. Thank you guys for watching. I think this is where they say, please subscribe, either below or above or on the sides. I have no idea where the subscribe is, but subscribe for more videos like this. Just I'm gonna be getting back to life, man. I'm gonna be getting back out in society. Hopefully you want to come join, you know. Oh yeah, and leave in the comments if you liked the video, or if you maybe have any comments about anything, or any ideas for anything I should do next to boost my confidence, my morale. This is it. Skadoosh.